Hi everyone, this is Samya. Welcome back to another new video. So this video is going to be very personal. I'm gonna share my experience of dealing with toxicity in my life, and this is going to be just my own experience. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not giving any sort of suggestions in this video. This is a disclaimer before I get into the video. And yeah, this is just a perspective of a 22-year-old girl who's moved out alone after being pampered by her parents. So yeah, I have changed a lot in this 6 months. I have handled myself emotionally. I've handled everything, like everything alone. So I have learned quite a few things. So I just came out to share this with you guys, and also I will be a very different kind of a person with different thought process when I'm 25. So please don't judge me. I'm just here to put on some positivity and just share my experiences. Would be like helpful in just it can be like this little helpful for anybody out there. I'll be really happy. So yeah, let's just pick up questions and I'm gonna share my relevant experience to that. And yeah, let's get started. So the first question is, how do you deal with toxic friends? I'm very lucky. Like, I have a lot of good friends in my life who have been friends since 22 years, since 15 years, 16 years. So lucky, like we never ruined our friendship for any little things in our life. But you will face such friends in your life. And when I just go and hang out with my friends, when I come back home, the only thing that is left in me is like my heart feels lighter. Like there's a smile on my face and there's a happiness that I met my friends. We gossiped, we talked, we laughed, we had food. So that's how you should create a group of friends in your life. And the good ones will stay back in your life, and just gradually cut down. I just stop hanging out with them. Like I tell some reason and I'll just stop talking to them. So that's how I deal. I always want people who can just make you laugh, chill, gossip, talk, and that fun wala thing. I need that when I'm with friends. I need such people in my life. I make sure like such people are there in my life. So that's all up to you. And also you have to have that thick skin to handle such people in your life, because you can't meet all positive people in your life. You have to face them. That's the reality. So the next question is quite interesting. Like it is, when did you actually realize that your relationship was toxic and how? So I would like to tell this, like I still admire the person as much as I would do like a few months before. I still talk to that person. And yeah, like I started noticing it a few months before. Like I knew like 2020 year has not been great when it comes to like our relationship wasn't that great, because I was moving out and things were changing in my life. And like after I like I stayed alone for this long. Now I know the level of worth, the level of worth of myself now, because I am like, my mom is I'm going off the topic. So yeah, when did I realize that the toxic relationship turned out to be toxic? So when I'm in a relationship, when you are in a relationship, I have to address it as you. So it is not a suggestion, so I anyway have to address it as you. So when like there are two persons, they are having a commitment relationship, when they're together, they should I don't know how to say this. Come on, Samya. So they should have this compatibility. So neither of them are toxic in this. It is just the space between them that is toxic. Because this person is the way he is, and this girl is the way she is. Okay, but when there is no compatibility between both of them, like it's a puzzle, you have to fit in the puzzle. So if there is like if it doesn't fit well, it starts disturbing your mind. So I know, I do, there are fights in relationship, and people, I have tried to be in there, we both have tried very hard to be in the relationship, to everything, but there is no compatibility between us. So that made the relationship, I mean the space between us, very toxic. Like the things I would do would trigger him and he would shout on me, and the things that bother, if the things that he would do would bother me, because my expectations was totally different and his expectation was totally different, and the way of living, the thought process, everything was getting so different. Because we started dating when we were 16 and we are 22 now, and our, like, the whole perspective of life has totally changed. So that is the reason, that becomes like mental pressure. You have fights, and when I'm just attached to someone so much, I can't have this, it totally affects everything. So we tried hard, we tried having communication, we communicated, we spoke, but I told you, like, there's no compatibility. And the next day, if I would sort out this tonight, tomorrow it's going to be a problem, because there's no compatibility. The things he wants and I want is like totally different. Because from 20 to 25 or 27, as I've read and heard from people, you change a lot. And I know, like, we dated for 6 years, very long time, and it's not that we haven't tried to stick to each other. We have tried, like it's been so long we have been trying. But I think you, like, when it's totally disturbing your mental health or anybody's mental health, it just give them, just give, I would just give break to that relationship. Because when you get into this cycle, okay, the cycle in my relationship was that we were like, we used to talk nice for a while, and there would be some clashes, I mean misunderstanding, because we are we are like totally two different person. I'm living alone, and now I totally know my worth, because I'm taking care of myself, I'm funding my studies, I'm funding my living, and I'm totally like, I want that. Like, why can't I have a person, like, my expectations are like totally changed after staying alone, and his expectations are totally different. So you get into cycle, you talk to that person, I would talk to him, we would be like, we are super close, and then there would be some misunderstanding and we would fight, and we wouldn't talk for a few days, and then we would start and we would like try to compromise it. And then that phase would be the happiest, when you are done with the fight and when you just compromise. It's just the best feeling. But you suppress the things that has happened before. If that is, you shouldn't suppress your feelings, you try to forget the that has happened. Because if you just suppress it and not communicate and not sort it out with yourself, you're gonna just, that is gonna come back, the cycle. You're gonna fight, you're gonna stop talking, I'm gonna stop talking, and then you get back to that. It's a cycle. This was going on since few months, like few months, yeah, 6 to 7 months. Get hurt, feel better, and that feel better would be just like a smaller phase. But when I was to be hurt, I used to be super hurt, like cry my shit out. And then I used to just sit, cry on my, be on my bed, cry all day for 2 days. You know, this is not going to take you anywhere. Like this cycle has to be cut. So I wanted to cut this cycle. So what I decided when all this was happening is I asked him for a break. I took like 25 to 30 days break, and I stopped talking to him, I stopped messaging. Like I just I was just like, stay away for a few days, let me you know, just analyze myself, know what's happening with me. Is it wrong in myself? Like, am I doing something wrong, or am I like, is it, I just want to just know how is it going to feel if I don't have you in my life. So I started like I started to just be like normal, work, study, like do everything that I wanted to do, and I would just write down the things that I felt in a day. Like, when did I miss him, and how did I try to overcome that feeling. I would just write. If there is something, I would notice like a positive change, like okay, you like, if there's any some positive part in it, I would just write down. Or I would just, you know, after my workouts, I would just sit down, I would try to meditate, like breathe in, breathe out, and think. And if there's something going on, like if I'm missing him, or if I'm just feeling bad about something, I would just cry, like let my emotions out. I would just cry and feel it. Because you shouldn't suppress your feeling, you shouldn't say that you're okay when you're not okay. So I would just cry, just sit and cry. And you know, when you cry, you feel really lighter. So I would just cry, and I would write down. And I felt like after a couple of days, I felt like so like something like some heavier thing has just got out, and I'm like on a happy trip in my life. Like, what is like, I have been a very pampered kid. Like, I have lovable friends, lovable mother. She gives me so much of positivity. Just if I just give her a call, she just fills with positivity. Like, she is amazing. I've been telling this in all my videos. So this, am I worth this? Like, do I have to feel this? Like a single person is causing me so much. Like, is it worth? And when I'm 22, there's so much to see in my life. And yeah, I felt like okay, and I'm feeling really good. Like, I'm feeling better. I'm not dying, right? So gradually I started detaching, and I would just write down, like, okay, like every day I used to feel bad at this point of time because he didn't call me. So I'd feel bad. But today I'm not talking to him, and I'm just like sleeping peacefully, watching some movie, and I'm sleeping peacefully. So these are like positive patterns I started noting down. And like, you should talk to yourself, and you should analyze yourself, because you should stay alone for a few days and know, is it better, or are you feeling lighter and like carefree, like having fun in your life. Then if you feel this, I mean, like, the number of years doesn't matter. Because you know, at the end of the day, if you are staying with anyone, if you are with anyone, you shouldn't, you know, mentally break down. I know that there's going to be fights, but I mean, I told you about the cycle. This cycle, if you're noticing it, then I think the space between you is toxic. Yeah, please notice that. You know, ignoring red flags, ignoring things that you're not okay with is not okay. you shouldn't ignore, because you are worth, your parents are taking care of you, and you should have a person as like same. You shouldn't let anyone just give yourself to anyone who's not going to take care of you as your parents, you know. Because you should notice that you are a human being, you are made of so much. You're like, you shouldn't just let yourself with anyone, or try noticing your feelings. If you're feeling bad, feel bad, and you should just analyze why you're not feeling bad. Reasons, don't suppress, try to notice that, try to take a break, just sit down and just talk to yourself, cry it out, and let all your emotions out. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I think I'm really proud of myself. I'm out of a relationship that was so special in my life. But you know, but there will be times you have to move on, and respect each other as much as you would do before. Because you know, again, positivity, kisko kuch like yarigaದ್ರು ಏನರ ಅಂದ್ ಏನ್ ಸಿಗೋದೈತಿ ಲೈಫ್ನಾಗ. Okay, breakup, it is just a phase. They're not not anyone is like, not any person in this world is bad. It's just situations, so you just like move on, that's it. So yeah, I want to make a lot of videos like this. Please do comment down and let me know if you just want to share something, or like talk to me. Please comment down and share this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.